Welcome to the Experience Better video podcast series. I'm Josh Beekler, and with me today is Mitchell Thompson here at the Balance Mobility of Hastings. So thanks for being with us today, Mitchell, and you're going to talk to us about balance and falls today.
Yeah, good to be with you, Josh. So, Fall Prevention Month is September, so what we want to talk about is just, how do we prevent those falls? How do we make our balance better?
Right.
And so, first thing I kind of want to talk about is, what is balance? So when we're talking about balance, there's three body systems that go into balance. First of all, there is your vision system, there's your vestibular system, and then also your somatosensory system. Okay, so what do all three of those mean?
Yeah, what is it? You use some big words there, so tell me a little bit about those.
So the easiest one to start with is your vision system.
Yep.
So your eyes tell your brain when you're looking at an object, okay, I'm this far away from an object. This is where my body is. Okay, I'm stable here. So then if you look at, or if you go to your vestibular system, is part of your inner ear. It has to do with some floating crystals and some semicircular canals. It's some intricate anatomy there.
Good thing you know about it, so we don't. The rest of everybody else doesn't have to. Right.
Yeah. And so those move when your head moves. You're kind of floating around in some fluid, and it tells your brain where your head is in space and if you're moving. And so that's another way that your body knows, if you're stable, if you're on your two sure feet. So that's the second system, and then the third system is your somatosensory system. And so that has to deal with receptors in your skin, in your joints, different receptors that tell your joints, okay, I am moving in this much, I'm bending this much, I'm straightening this much.
I'm walking on grass, I'm walking on a level surface, I stepped in a hole, those kinds of things.
Yeah, exactly. And so those three really work together, and they allow you to stay upright.
So really a disruption of any of them or all of them can really throw off your balance. So when we talk about balance, when we define balance is kind of this overarching thing, but it's broke down to all these components, and it's our job as PTs to figure out which of those is the problem and then to target interventions to fix them.
Yes.
Yep. Very good.
Exactly.
So what are some other what are kind of balance's nemesis? Like what are things that really can just throw our balance off?
Yeah, so when you look at those three individual systems, like each of them kind of has one. So when you think about vision, if it's dark, you lose that system. So then you have to rely on your vestibular system, your somatosensory system to keep you upright. Yeah, to compensate.
Right.
And then another one would be if the environment is moving around you. So say you're standing at a busy crosswalk, and you feel like you're standing still, but you're looking out in traffic and things are moving, that gives your vision system and your vestibular system a bit of conflict. So there you can also feel a little bit off balance as well. And then kind of a third one, and you kind of spoke to it a little bit earlier, is just being on uneven ground. And that's being on rocks, being on grass, foam, things like that. That gives your somatosensory system a little bit different input to your brain, and it makes you feel a little uneasy.
Right. And there's a lot of statistics out there about falls and how much falls can really impact people's lives. It can really make people fearful of doing things, and falling kind of becomes this self-perpetuating cycle of terrible things. In that. Somebody has a fall, they become fearful of going out and doing things, they become weak, their body systems kind of fail a little bit, and they just kind of get worse and worse. But if we can improve their balance and improve the things that make up their balance, we can broaden those horizons, make that world a little bit bigger, and allow those people to get back out and do the things that they really enjoy.
Right, yes, absolutely. And that's something that we do here.
Right, absolutely. So what are some, so you mentioned we work on balance. What are some interventions? What are some things that you would do if somebody came in with some of those different issues? What would you work on?
Yeah, so first of all, we want to make sure that you have a good base of strength to go off of.
Yep.
Your legs need to be able to hold you upright. You need to be able to You want to be able to walk with a good, stable cadence. Some of the things that we'd work on is we'd find those areas where that person has difficulty, so maybe in low light conditions, maybe on uneven surfaces, things like that. And then we'd start to challenge them in those areas. Like if you can see behind us here, this is unique to our clinic here. We have this rock pit, and then we also have a gravel pit. So this allows us to work on, that balance on uneven surfaces when that person has problems with that.
Really simulates something like that in a controlled environment.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can practice it.
Yeah, and as always, us PTs are always, very close to the person. We always, have a gate belt on.
Safety top priority.
Safety is number one.
That's right.
Yes, absolutely.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. So as you can see, we have a lot of the great interventions here. We have experts like Mitchell here at Balance Mobility of Hastings that can help with whatever your ailments might be. September is balance and fall month, so we definitely want to shed light on the issue with that. But thanks, Mitchell, for joining us today and teaching us a little bit about balance itself. So
yeah, thanks for having me, Josh.
Great. We'll see you next time.